And Ben was delivered that night. Hi.
Hi.
Come here, sugar. What you got? What'd you find?
Are you just...
She's like, this one's not a marker, so.
Gosh.
Thank you. No, we don't put that in our mouth. No, that's icky. Here, Mommy's gonna put the lid on. She's so cute. Want to sit up here? Yeah, you want to be in the video? You want to be a part of the group? All right, I'm looking for sure making myself some greens real fast, because Mama's hungover. Here, you want a drink? Okay, don't drink it all. It's Mommy's. Okay, thank you.
I have the same problem.
Jez. I think there's a piece of ice in there acting a fool. It's just really annoying. Can you wave? Okay.
Oh, you're so cute. Hi, baby.
Hello.
Hi, baby.
Hello. Say hello.
All right, cool.
Bravo.
So this morning, I was like, I rolled out of bed. I don't even know if you guys even listened to any of the messages I sent in the LE group, but I rolled out of bed and I was like, I'm so tired. I don't want to do this. Like, no. And I'm like, I can't get on there and be just like dumb. So I have to like actually do something to like sound super excited, because I was not excited when I woke up this morning. Like, I did not want to get out of bed. So I went to the bathroom, and because that's where I do my self-development when I get ready. I just play and I'm like, Luke, listen, you need to go into the living room. Mommy's going to get ready. And then when we're done, I'll get you something to eat. And it's so crazy because when you do self-development, like right away, and you just like, you don't like give your mind an option to do anything else. It's so crazy how fired up you get, like, and how crazy, like, your mind is used to doing like the same thing over and over when you don't tell it to do something else. So if you wake up and you're like, oh, I got to get the kids food. Okay. I got to go get them ready. And then I'll get ready later. Like, if you don't put yourself first, which I know sounds kind of janky, but listen to where I'm at. If you don't put yourself first, you're not going to give your kids, your husband, your whoever, the best part of you. And you need to always give the best part of you, because why are you about to give somebody some janky version of you? Because you guys are so much better than that. Like, I've seen like how amazing you guys are when you're at like 100, and you should always be going at 100 every single day. And if you just do that self-development to fuel your brain in the morning, and you put yourself first for that like 10 minutes or that 5 minutes or whatever, oh my gosh, it's going to be going like all freaking day, because I'm not kidding. Look at me. I'm like so hyped. It's like 10 o'clock, guys. I'm not hyped at 10 o'clock in the morning. No, that does not happen. I mean, it might be the keto coffee and the energy, but we're just going to say that it was the self-development that's getting me hyped. And then those are just like little add-on bonuses. Okay. So I'm doing this stuff, right? And I'm them go find somebody who's going to, I told you guys first. So when you're doing your self-development, you need to find somebody that like you mesh with. I'm not going to lie. I need like a red person, and all about personality that to know on like our team website and stuff. But I need somebody who's red, who's like super forward. They're really blunt, and they're like, this is the way it is. I need that in the morning to get me pumped. So I'm like, okay, I need to find somebody red. So I was like, I'm going to Carrie Young. So I go to her YouTube and fire me up. Like, I need something better than that. So I go to her Facebook, and because I knew she posted a live like a couple days ago. So I go to their Facebook and I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I like ripped out this notebook that was in my bedroom, and I'm like, I need a pen. I need a pen. Guys, you need to take a sec, because look at this. This was me. Look at all these notes. Look at this. This was like Stephanie on crack this morning. Look at all those notes on my kitchen counter. Like, I just did that. You can't even read it. Like, it's just chicken scratch. It was nuts. I was like, no, because I have all of these things that I need to tell the team. And so in this video, she was talking about, she went to Target or something like that. And are you okay? Oh my God. I bribed them with food to be good in the living room. And he's literally walking out with all of the pretzels in his hand. He's like, Mom, look what I got. But anyway, So I'm watching this video and she's talking about how she went to Target one day and she doesn't ever go shopping. She doesn't go out because she hates the way that it is like how it's so busy and she doesn't have time for that. She'd rather just work the business or whatever. And she was telling Tay, and Tay's her husband. I don't know if any of you guys watch it, but she was telling Tay that she didn't want to go because Mark just announced all of these crazy things for November, like the cash and all that stuff. And she's like, Tay, I need to work. Like, I need to give this opportunity to other people because it's so crazy. So I need to keep working. I can't go to Target with you. And he's like, no, you need to come. So she goes to Target. She's like, I always go to the self-checkout. I didn't go to the self-checkout. I went to this cashier lady and she's talking to the cashier lady and the lady struck up a conversation with her and asked her like how many kids she had. Carrie's like, I have 2. And she goes, how many kids do you have? The lady said she had 5 kids. And Carrie's like, oh my gosh, you don't look like you have 5 kids. She's like, I'm 26. Carrie's like, I'm 26 and I have 2 kids. How do you do it with 5 kids? Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And she's like, so Carrie's trying to pay with this gift card, right? And the girl goes, I'm sorry it's taking so long. It's my first day. It's my first day back at work. And she had never been away from those babies. All 5 of those kids, she had never been away. But she had to go get a job to help pay for these 5 babies that she had. And Carrie was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. You know what? Here's my card. If you ever want to do if you ever want extra income or want to make some extra money, we need to chat. She's like, and so Carrie asked her, do you have Facebook? And she goes, you know what? I just made a Facebook today. You guys, I sent you that message last night about like things happen for a reason. And I know that seems so crazy. You might think I'm a little kooky, but things happen for a reason. Like she went to Target because she was supposed to talk to that lady. Like you guys, you get these gut feelings for a reason. And I know you guys, like, not everybody on here is like super religious, so I don't ever want to like shove that down your throat. What do you want? Hang on. I don't ever want to shove that down your throat, but no, that was Jesus. Wait here. Like, I am not joking. It's little stuff like that. I mean, I was going through my feed last night when I sent, you need to wait. I was going through my feed last night and I saw that and I literally only opened it because I was sending it to my sister because we were joking because she wants to get like her baby out so bad. And I was like, look, full moon, because apparently when it's full, like there's something about a tide and your water and all that jazz. So we were joking that she was going to be standing in the middle of the driveway doing like moon chants. And she's going to be like, baka chaka, like trying to get like the moon to get her baby out. And I saw that and I was like, wait, you need to read this. Here, it's something about the moon. And then she goes, Steph, you need to read this. And I was like, why? I was like, it's your baby. And she's like, no, but you need to read it. And I read it and I was freaking out. Like, it's so crazy that if you just, and it all goes back to this, it's so crazy that if you just keep feeding the same energy that gives you like the fuel that you have, like that fire, when we were in the group the other day and you guys were voice messaging me and you guys were like, we were going psycho. Like, I'm not kidding. I could hardly keep up with my phone. When we were going psycho, that energy, that momentum, that is what feeds your business. That is what keeps you going every single day. And it's so crazy. And I don't want you guys to ever let that go, because I've let that go before. And literally, it's like you die off. And if you don't fuel your mind every single day, and if you don't keep feeding yourself that good energy and all those good things, and like keep growing your brain, you're not gonna, like, you're still gonna be where you were at yesterday. And all of you guys, I know you started this business to not be where you were at yesterday, because you were tired of that spot. And I don't want you guys to be in that spot anymore. And it's so funny, because if you think about it, when you're doing self-development, you're growing your mind, right? And each time you listen to something different, you're like, oh my gosh, why did I never think about it that way? And your mind is like this rubber band, okay? Your mind is this rubber band. And every time you listen to self-development, or you hop on a Zoom, or you hop on a team training, or whatever the case is, you are stretching that rubber band. You are growing your mind. And guess what? After you do it, that rubber band's never going to be the same. It's not going to be tied again because you keep stretching it. Seriously. Okay, so when you're posting on Facebook, this is the way I want you guys to look at it. We're doing so good, babies. We're doing so good. Yeah, hi. When you're posting on Facebook, or let me backtrack. When you saw me posting on Facebook, because almost all of you are like in my downline, or like directly in my downline. When you saw me posting on Facebook, or when you saw your upline posting on Facebook, whatever, you kind of thought that your upline was on crack, right? You were like, that's not real. That's not real. Like you saw their business post and you're like, but really though, you know you did. It's okay. It's still okay to admit you thought you were a little like psycho. It's fine. I have no hard feelings, I promise. But that's because your mind was like that little rubber band. It had never been stretched before. Because you grow up and you like were taught that you're supposed to go like to school and you get a job, and it doesn't matter what your job is. It doesn't matter if you work in a restaurant, if you work in a factory. I'm gonna have to get the baby. None of that matters. It's just you're supposed to go get a job, okay? And network marketing is not something that's taught that's a normal thing. So your mind is a little circle around your other jobs, and your mind is a little circle around going to school and all that jazz. You guys, guess what? Did I go to school? Did I go to college? Hell no. Do I do good in school? No, because I don't like being told what to do. I don't. I haven't. Since the day I came out the womb. I just cannot stand it. My husband will tell you that too. He's like, well, you don't listen to me, so.
I can vouch for that.
See, my mom's like, yep, she does not listen to anybody. Okay, but here's the thing. So you got that little circle, and if you don't grow it, if you don't stretch it, and if you don't keep posting to teach others to stretch theirs, it's never going to get anywhere. Everybody is always going to stay in those same factory jobs, in those same like serving positions, in the same Target, in the same Kohl's, in the same whatever. I don't know where all of you work, but you're all going to stay in the same spot if you don't keep growing it. And you guys took that chance. You let me, when I messaged you, I messaged people, and it's funny because I totally didn't realize this until I was watching a self-development video the other day. I message people because I like them. I think they're funny. I think they would be awesome at this business. And I tell them that, and I told all of you that, you know that. I told you you would be awesome at this business because I can see potential in you. You might not see it in yourself, but I can see it in you. And it's funny because I used to think, why would I ever, like, why do I look at somebody and I'm like, wow, I can really sympathize with their situation. Like, why do I feel for them? And then I would like look at somebody else and I'd be like, you know, they deserve way more than that. But I never knew why I could like, why do I feel bad for that person? Why? That's like Joe Schmo on the street. Why do I feel bad for that? I didn't realize that it's like this hidden superpower that I have, okay? That I can scroll through my Facebook and I can look at somebody and I can say, you have the potential to be freaking amazing. I didn't know what they were going to be amazing at until I found this business, but sure as hell, you guys are all amazing at what you do. Seriously. Let me pick up the baby. What's wrong, Deanie? Boop, boop, boop. Oh my gosh, you're like sweating in here, dude. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. I was really hoping he was about to like, I was so hoping he was about to like stay asleep, but he's not. Okay. You want to say hi, Squish? I know. You're so sick. Okay. So now that you guys started this business, and I know everybody was on like this like not down, like we were all working, but we weren't like fired, right? Can we like nod in agreement here? We were all working, but we were not fired. Okay. It was like this passion was like kind of there, but not. She says, yep. Okay. So like you can post, I'm not trying to fix this. You can post on Facebook and it can be just like, can you guys hear me? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was like, my mom was like running across the driveway and it's like downpouring. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, I'm just going to come help you with the kids. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Cause they're like chasing me around my house right now. You can post on Facebook, and this is funny because a lot of people have been telling me this lately, and I literally didn't even think about it until I was just saying this to you guys. You can post on Facebook about the products and about the business and all that jazz, but if they can't feel your passion through your posts, they are not going to care what you have to say. Literally, they will not. And it's funny because I've been getting messages and people are like, I can see how excited you are about this business. You're not like another distributor. So in your head, when you start thinking, oh my gosh, is everybody doing this business? There might be like quite a few people who are doing this business, but they are not you. They don't have your superpower, and they can't influence people the way that you do. That's why you have all those abilities that you have. And that's why you get to share them with your team. And you get to be so, and that's why you're going to be so pumped up with your team, and you're going to do Zooms just like this. And you're going to be like, this is why I messaged you. Because if I didn't message you, I would have been so selfish to keep this business from you, to keep this opportunity from you. I would have been so selfish to not help you stretch your mind to realize that there is a different way out there, and that you don't have to spend your entire life going to this job that's not going to get you anywhere. Seriously, even if it takes you 2 years to get to Diamond, which is an extra $2,000, if you're going to your job every single day, working 40 hours a week, are they going to give you in 2 years $2,000 extra a month? Probably not. I'm just going to be honest. Probably not, because at your job, there's a top, and that top might be a certain salaried position, but it's just that salaried position. When you're with It Works, and when you're working your business, and when you're growing your team and stretching their minds and showing them exactly what you did to get to where you are, dude, your paycheck will grow. That's the crazy thing. You can either keep exchanging your time for money, so you can go to work for an hour and get $10, and you can go to work for 2 hours and get $10, or you can work your business and you can go hard at your business for maybe like a couple years. And seriously, the residual income that's going to come from that, like if you keep teaching your team exactly what you do, it's so crazy. Your check is going to be so insane. Like, it's going to be so insane. And you're teaching all those people that, guess what? You don't have to stay at that job. You can have hope that there's another way. Like, you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. You really don't. And you might be there now. And guess what? I'm not where I want to be. Am I at Double Diamond making $6,000 a month? No. Is my husband at home with me right now? No, he's not. But you bet your ass he's going to be. And I get to say that. Like, because I know that in my soul. I know that every day is not going to be spent taking Snapchats of my kids, sending them to him while he's at work. I know that it's not going to be like that. And it's so funny because I know it's not going to be like that for you guys either. But you have to keep going. Even when you don't want to keep going, even when you're so tired and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to send another message. I don't want to be that person that's always messaging people. And you're just like, you want to fall in the bed because you're freaking done. And you're just like, no, I can't do it anymore. Even when you're like that, if you just keep going and you just push for that one more message and you just push to get a little bit out of your comfort zone. I don't care if you have to put your pinky toe out of your comfort zone. It's going to help. Seriously. Because stepping out of your comfort zone is stretching that rubber band. And if you guys are like, it's so funny. I heard the rubber band reference and now I'm like freaking in love with it because it's so stinking true. Seriously. And if you can't imagine a rubber band, think about a ponytail. You know, when you pick up that ponytail out the package and that thing is freaking tight on your wrist, like it hurts. You put it on and it hurts and you're like, oh my gosh, this sucker's so freaking tight. I need to stretch it out. I need to put it in my hair right now. And then you get in your hair and you wear it for like a couple days and that's perfect, right? It is bomb and you don't ever want to give up that ponytail. Seriously. That's your mind. I want you to think about it that way. Oh my gosh, this kid is like root tooting on my hip. I'm like, oh, there's going to be a massive explosion in a second. Hang on. I want to make sure. I want to go over these like notes in my head because I'm pretty sure I hit a bunch of them. It might have been a little scattered because I was like talking so stinking fast and I couldn't even stop. But I want to make sure I go over them all. I didn't even check who was on. I was like looking kind of in the beginning, but I didn't even look. Okay. All of those tasks that I was giving you guys. Okay, so I was so nervous in making those tasks for you guys because I'm just as guilty of not,
of not doing the same thing every single day to grow my business. So I found like 5 key things that got Jade Hooper to where she was at. Okay. And I found tasks. I was just making up tasks to go off of those 5 things. And I was like, well, if we do this, then we're going to be solid. And if we're all doing this, we're going to be solid, right? So I was making those up. And then I scrolled across that Cami Dempsey post that I had you guys read. And were you not like, you probably weren't as much as I was, but I was like, oh my gosh, these match up exactly to what these tasks have been, these girls have been doing every single day. And it was like reassurance for me, because I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy for just thinking like, this is the way to go. Like Cami, who's like MVP status or field development, I don't know, whatever that abbreviation is. I don't care about it right now. She's that, okay? And she was Black Diamond. And if that was what she was doing, perfect, okay? That is absolutely perfect. So as much as I'm like shoving the self-development down your throat and I'm like, oh my gosh, keep posting. Guys, I want you to remember something. Almost all of you on here started this business to work it on social media, or because I told you can work it on social media. Because when I started, and when, I'll be honest, my Facebook like 2 years ago, I didn't have a single friend. I had one girl, and the girl I joined with was the only person posting about it was on my Facebook. That's it. It was just her. And she wasn't even posting. Seriously. And I told you I was doing that creeper thing where I was like hopping from Facebook to Facebook. And I saw this girl and I joined because she earned $60,000 in bonuses. And she was telling me about it on Facebook, or she was telling like the world about it on Facebook. I wasn't friends with her. I just so happened to cross her profile. Right? So I went back to that one girl I was friends with on Facebook, and I was like, hey, I need to do this business. She had wrapped me like a year before. I didn't listen to the directions. My mom actually came with me to her wrap appointment. And we both were like, there's no way this freaking thing is going to work. Like, she wrapped me in her, like, it was like a gym fitness studio kind of thing. And I didn't listen to the directions about wrapping. And so I didn't think it worked. I didn't think it did anything. I didn't take any pictures. And a year later, I messaged her again, and I was like, I need to join your business. She didn't talk to me about the business, never. She never spoke to me about it. But if she had told me a year before that I could earn $60,000 in bonuses, you bet your ass I would have signed up with her. Because I would have given anything to not have to worry about who controlled my paycheck with my babies. Because that was after right after I had Luke. And I just, oh my gosh, this kid just puked all over my foot. Freaking gross. Yeah, he did. It just spewed right out on my foot. That was right after I had Luke. And I was like, I was in like the most anxiety ridden state ever. I didn't want to leave him. And that was the reason I started looking for something from home. So I started a year later when I saw that post on Facebook. And like I said, I wasn't friends with her. I just stumbled across it. But it was like one of those posts where you're like, we would read it now and we would be like, oh my gosh, seriously? And you probably, if your mind wasn't stretched, if your ponytail was not stretched, you would have rolled your eyes at it. But I was like, no, maybe there's a chance. And I did some Googling and I asked Eric, and he was like, Steph, if that's what you want to do, that's great. And if some of you have like kick-ass husbands and they're like super supportive, and some of you don't, and they're like waiting for you to hit that bank paycheck with a comma in it. And if you are, we're going to get you there. We are, because I can't wait to see your husband's face when that comma is there. And he's like, I guess you really know what you're doing. You're going to be like, damn right I do. Damn right I do. So Eric said, go ahead, go for it. And I started, but I didn't even know I started network marketing. And then I kind of panicked and I was like, wait, there's more products than the wrap. Like, I didn't even know what there was, guys. All I saw was the business opportunity. And I saw this CEO giving away thousands of dollars to the people who are wanting to work for him, who are wanting to make a difference. And I was like, that's something I need to be a part of, because I'm not making a difference doing what I'm doing. I'm like a half of the time, and I'm an accountant, and the other half of the time, like, yeah, I get to hang out with these really awesome people at the club that Eric works at now. But I'm not doing anything for me. I'm not going to get anywhere. In 10 years, where am I going to be? I'm be doing the same exact thing. What? Did you poop? Oh, sorry, guys. Mom life. That's for real. That's what this is. He's like standing out with his pants on ground. I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, I just think, Grandma. Anyway. I want you to think about that. Like, I know it's like right now you're like trying to go hard with your business, and maybe like after the last 2 days, you're like, dude, can I really go like 110% like all the time like this? But guys, if you go 110% with this business in the next couple years, can you imagine where you would be? Like, seriously. But if you go 110% at your job, where are you going to be? You're still going to be at that job. And you're still going to be paycheck to paycheck. And you're still going to be struggling, trying to make ends meet. And is your life going to be fulfilled? Like, maybe you love what you do. Because don't get me wrong. Last night, I was on Snapchat, and I was watching videos of I work with my brother-in-law and my best friend at the club. And my husband's the chef. Like, it's a big old family restaurant. And I saw Snapchats of my brother-in-law, and I was like, oh my God, I miss him. Like, I miss that club. Because after I had Jax, I decided not to go back. And I was like, I miss them. Like, this stinks. And I miss those members. But if I stay there, and if I don't put my time into you guys, if I go back and I'm sitting there and I'm serving drinks like I used to be, where am I going to be? The same exact place. I'm not going to be giving you guys 110% because I'm going to be freaking tired. And I'm going to be trying to work both things. And I know that I can't do that because I've been doing that and I haven't given you guys 100%. So I know I need to yep. Okay. I miss you, Matt. But these are my people. And I need to pour into them so hard. And I just went off on a tangent. I'm so sorry. I went into this long drawn out story about why I joined. Oh, I know where I was going with it. We're back. I was like, why was I telling you guys about that? So when I joined this girl, when I joined her, she barely posted on Facebook. And she was like, okay, so we need to have a party. And I was like, so what? I don't party. I don't even like people. I was like, so I sure as heck don't know how I'm going to earn these bonuses, but okay, let's go. Said I need to have a party. Let's have a party. She's like, invite some of your closest family and friends. And I was like, fine. So I invited this was my launch party. My mom, my grandma, my sister, the three of them live next door to me. Okay. I invited one of my girlfriends that honestly I'm no longer friends with. And we were friends for 10 years, but she was so dang negative. I was like, you need to go. Bye. I'm done. And I literally chopped her out of my life. I have not said a word to her in over a year. So if you got one of those, you need to chop them out because Lord Jesus, oh my God, I'm such a nicer person for real. You all don't need that in your life. Seriously. Anyway, another tangent. And then I invited my other best friend. Okay. My first 4 loyals signed that day. They really did. And it was my mom, my sister, my grandma, and my one best friend, and that's it. And it wasn't even the negative one. So see, you don't need those people in your life. You really don't. Because they're not about to support you. So they signed as their loyal, and that was the only in-person party I've ever done. I'm not joking. Do you know how big our team is now? Because I learned that you don't have to do it, and that's the beauty of this. You don't need to have a party. And that's exactly why I love this business, because guess what? I still hate people. I really do. I mean, I love y'all, but I really hate people. And I hate talking to people, and it makes me nervous. And I'm so much better when I'm behind a camera and there's a screen in front of us. I am just I'm just a nicer person. I really am. Because my face is just absolutely horrible because I got resting bitch face. And people are like, you're so scary. And I'm like, but I'm really not, I swear. And I figured out how to work it on social media. And granted, it's taken me a couple years to figure out what the heck I'm doing. But guess what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I'm teaching all of you guys to do it the exact same way. And I'm like, hey, there's new things every day. The thing that worked last week is not about to work next week. It's just not. It doesn't work that way. Social media is always changing. But if you keep trying and you keep going, you're always going to have this huge network, a huge network. You don't need to worry about how many people are in your town, how many distributors are there. Do you know you could hop on Facebook and you could talk to somebody that's in the UK? Or you could hop on Instagram and do that. You could talk to people from all over the world. Do you know how many people are in the world? A lot more than you would ever imagine. And do you know how many ambassador teams that is? That's a lot of freaking people. And that's a lot of ambassador teams that you could have. Seriously. If you just start talking to a couple people. Do you know how big that could get so quick? It's so crazy to me because I don't even have to leave my house, guys. I hop on my phone and I'm like, hey, you want to try some coffee? I was talking to a girl in the UK the other day on Instagram. I was like, guess what? My coffee's not at you, but I'm going to holler at you when it is. And you're going to be a model, and you're going to tell me how much you freaking love this coffee, okay? But I would never be able to do that if I wasn't doing this business. It's just so crazy, like, the opportunity that we have. Okay, I promise I'll stop rambling now. Because I think I was literally rambling just for, oh, it's only been a half hour. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Okay. Hang on. This kid. Baby. Oh. Chunky monkey's breaking my freaking arm. I had to itch up my face. Okay. So now that I've been blabbing, and for those of you that aren't driving, because I see Tori in the car, I don't even know how you got ready. You were just like carrying your phone around the whole house. She's like, I got my coat on. I'm done. Like, I'm staying on this Zoom no matter what. Friggin' love it.
I packed the baby up. I'm sick. I packed the other kid up. I had to mute it because I had to yell at them. I have no voice. Hey, guys.
I friggin' love you. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. She's like, I packed them all up. It doesn't even matter. We're just going, and I'm hopping on the Zoom. I love it. Okay. All right, so hop on here. Talk to me, folks. Well, hang on. The folks that aren't driving and can actually do that. Are you? Okay, wait, I got an idea. Another one came to me. Because I was like, I was going to tell you something else, but I don't know what it was. Okay, remember how I was telling you I was so dang scared to message this girl the other day? And then it turned out to be like so freaking bomb, and she was scared to message me. So here's what I'm thinking about messaging people. If you don't offer them the business, they're not going to know about the business. They're not going to know about the opportunities. Like, maybe they think that, maybe they're so laser focused on working the job that they have now that they like don't even think about building themselves or what they want to do for the rest of their life. How selfish would you be to not share the business? Like, what if I didn't share the business with you? What if I stuck with that mentality and I was like, I'm so dang scared I can't message her? What if I never messaged you, Kim? I would never have met Cassie. Like, I mean, maybe I would have scrolled across her Facebook one day, but I sure as heck wouldn't have this like super awesome boss babe who's like working her butt off for 38 weeks. I wouldn't. What if, oh, sure. Thanks. So what if the person that you're afraid of messaging or even starting a conversation with is like your next rock star business, but you're too scared to message them because you think that they have this perfect life from Facebook, but they really don't. It's all just a front. I told y'all Facebook's a highlight reel, except sometimes I show you all my really like shitty days, like when my kid shits under the toilet or under the table. But most of the time, all your friends on Facebook, they're not going to tell you about like how crazy it is or how much they like can't pay their bills or something like that. You don't know what somebody's life is because I would never share that on Facebook. I would have never told anybody that I was struggling. I don't even think anybody knew I was struggling. I would have never been that open because I'm too proud to be like that. Do you know how many people are like that on your Facebook and they just need somebody? They either need to see that post because maybe they're like me. They just jump gung-ho and not know anything about the company. And they're like, hey, I need to do your business. But they needed to see that. They need to see the post about the bonuses. Or maybe they needed to see the post about you staying home with your kids. Or maybe they needed that you to message them because they don't believe enough in themselves and they need somebody else to believe in them. Because I messaged Kim and I was like, girl, I believe in you. I know you could rock this. And I don't care if I sound psycho, but I need you to do this with me because you're going to kick butt. And Tori needed to see that post about me staying at home with my kids and earning all these and going for this goal of triple diamond. And she didn't care that we didn't know each other. She didn't care. She was like, I don't even know you, but we need to talk. That's what she said to me. And I was like so scared. I was going into a Starbucks and oh my God, if you've not met Tori, you're going to meet her at conference. She's like this red. She's like, tell me. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I was like, okay, can I tell you about the business? I was like so scared. But she was like, I'm gonna go home and talk to my husband about doing this. And I was like, okay. Do you know how lit I was after that meeting? I was like, oh my gosh, if I can have this girl join my team, I can have anybody join my team. And do you know how I didn't want to sound crazy when I met Tiffany? Because she did this business before. And her leader before was Rachel Jones. And I was like, oh my gosh, if she stopped the business when she had Rachel Jones as a leader, why do I think she's going to come back to me and come on this business with me? But I was like, girl, I saw you give up. And you deserve more than giving up. That's what I said. I'm like, I don't care if I sound crazy. Because I know the potential's in there. The potential is in every single one of you. And if you hide that from the person you're scared to message, maybe they need you. They need to hear that because they need to know that they dream and that they don't need to stay where they're at and that this business could change their life because guess what? Our CEO is always giving out these crazy bonuses like he is right now. Like, do you know how mind-blowing it is that you get to help somebody with our products? It can be whatever product. You can help 5 people. And he's like, hey, here's $100. Like, that is freaking mind-blowing, guys. And if you did that with 10 people, you get $200. And if you had somebody sign up on your team, that's 2 points. So now you only need 3 people to do the products. And he's going to give you another $100. Like, that's so nuts. He just comes up with cool ways because he always wants to give back because he doesn't want you to be stuck where you're at. He wants your mind to be stretched. He wants your rubber band to keep going, to see that there's so many possibilities, and he wants you to share that with other people. And that's so awesome. I'm swaying. I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't have the baby. Like, baby's not in my arms, so I'm still swaying. Oh my gosh, I cracked myself up. I was like, hey, I'm dancing, y'all. I'm dancing.
Thank you.
It's seriously, when I think about it, and when you truly think about it, think about all the stuff that Mark is coming out with. You might not have met him yet, but oh my gosh, I literally dream of the day that I get to meet him and say thank you. Because I seriously, would I be friends with Tori? No. Kim, would you and I talk? Probably not. No. But sure as heck, when I need somebody, I'm like, Tori, Jesus, I need you. Or when I need Kim, I'm like, Kim, I need some loving today. Like, I need to talk to you. Seriously, when I message you guys and I'm like, hey, what's going on? It's because I need you. It's because I need you. I'm not kidding. You might be like, oh my gosh, she's checking in on me. That's cute. And I'm like, no, guys, I need you. But I wouldn't have any of you. Because Sarah wanted to be on this, but she's at work. And that's why it's recording. I worked with Sarah at at JCPenney, at the old JCPenney in town, at Spring Hill. Cassie's like, I don't know what that is. But when that closed, Sarah, or when it was closing, she left a little bit before that. But I met her there, and she was like my boo thing. Like, oh my gosh, she's funny, and I love her. And she will get me going, and she will get me like fired just like this. Okay, it was like giving out. I was like, wait, what's going on? She will get me fired like nobody's business. And do you know how long it took her to jump in? And she knew me, like, we were like real close, like probably closer than normal people are that work together. I messaged her for like from October to February, and I literally had to beg her to sign up. She was like my second team. I had to beg her to sign up. I was like, girl, you need this because you got so many boys. And I didn't even know what I was talking about at the time. So it doesn't even matter if you know what you're talking about because she still joined. You just got to be excited. But it's so crazy because after knowing her, after knowing you guys for so long, and then coming in and trying to show you guys this business and that there's something different, like it blows my mind to think I would never have had that if I didn't do this business. Like, if I didn't see that one post, it didn't take more than one post. It took one single post from somebody I never knew to change my life. that it just is so insane to me. It's so insane. Okay, I'll stop rambling, you guys, because I'm just like sitting over here and all like, I really can't believe that. I'm such an impulsive person. Because I like read one thing and I was like, I'm in. Let's go. Come on. So the one thing I want you to take away from this is to not be selfish. Don't hold on to this business because you're too scared to think about what somebody's going to say. Because the person on the other end might really need this. Because I didn't know any of you guys really, truly needed this business. I just knew that I wanted to share what I had. And I knew you'd be really awesome at it because I could see your potential. So don't be selfish. Don't hold on to the business because you're scared. Share it with everybody. Share it with that person you see potential with on your Facebook. It doesn't matter if you're scared. Start out slow. Start out, hey babe, how are you? That's what I did the other day because I didn't know how else to start it. And then tell them exactly what this business is. I did that with Tiffany the other day. She was like, I have no idea what to say. And I was like, what do? We help each other. Seriously. We help each other. A bunch of friends hang out together. We make money from our phones because we get to help other people and we get to hang out with each other. Literally, that's what we do. Seriously. So don't overcomplicate anything and just be so excited to be you in this business. Like, I was always so scared to be myself. Seriously, because do you know how many people I would like probably freak out if I talked the way I did with them? Like how I am with you guys right now. They'd be like, are you on crack right now? I'd be like, no, I'm just so freaking hyped. I was so nervous to do that. And I did it the other day with that one girl. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be on your team. And I was like, girl, I'm so excited for you to be on my team. Like, we're going to have so much fun together. So just be yourself. Don't be afraid because people want to be able to relate to somebody that's kooky like that. They want to know your fun side. They want to know your goofy side. They want to know that you got kids screaming in the background or picking on your foot when you're trying to work your business because that means that they get to do it too. So be excited, be yourself, and don't be selfish. Share this with everybody. And guys, I told you, I'm just as scared to message people. I really am because I don't want to be like, I'm so sorry if I'm interrupting your day, but I have a present for you. And I don't know if you want to open this yet. Maybe you're going to open it in a couple months, but it's a pretty solid present. So when you want to unwrap it and you want to start using it, I'm all in with you. And that's the way you got to look at it. It's so cool. All right. I'm going to stop going. I better go save my mom. She's got all those babies in there with her. She literally came over and took all the kids. I was like, you poor thing. You probably had some coffee yet. All right. I'll hop off. You guys, do your stuff for the day. I made it kind of easy because it was like real hard we went real hard for a couple days. And I was like, there's no weekends when you're running your own business. Like, you are always in open shops. You always got to be posting. Even though you're like, dang, what the heck do I post about? You guys were probably by the end of it like, how many more people am I going to add to my network? Like, shit, I'm running out of suggested friends right now. Because I know I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to add this person there to be like, girl, who are you? And I'm be like, I don't know who you are, but we're about to be friends.
That actually happened to me.
So just
somebody messaged me and was like,
girl, you did that to me.
And I'm like, no, I just added you through my suggested friend. She's like, oh, okay, cool.
I swear I'm not a psycho.
But you did that to me. I added Tori, and she's like, do I know you? And I was like, maybe you look familiar.
No, but you did look familiar to me.
Totally
so I was like, I swear, maybe I know you. And then I see that you're friends with Carolyn, and I know her.
Carolyn who?
I don't know her married name now. Her friend Samson and
Goslow?
Yeah.
Oh.
I used to be friends with her when I was
okay.
like 16.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I sound like I'm
That's
dying,
freaking
by the way.
hilarious.
Dying.
Carolyn's like one of my good girlfriends. What?
I sound like I'm dying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. See? So I gave you guys like an easier day because I know it was getting a little cray. And I was like, we're going hard. And then I was like, oh my God, they're going to be like, Steph, what are we doing? Like, I need a break. So I was like, you got to keep your business open. You got to keep posting. And when you're posting, please, for the love of everything, wholly be genuine. And I know you guys usually are, but sometimes we get so wrapped up in like, okay, I got to make my post. I got to get my post in before midnight. But like that genuine post that like takes you that extra 5 minutes. I don't care if you're messaging me at 12:05, guys. I really don't. If you're genuine about it, that's all I really care about. Because I just want to see your heart. And so does the rest of that Facebook with the people who are going to join your team that need to see your post. They need to see your heart. Instead of that like copy and pasted baloney. So just do your posts, do your self-development, because it gets you hyped if you find the right person. And go rock out the day. It's super gloomy here, so I'm like, ooh. But yeah, have a great Sunday. I'm so glad you guys listened. I'm so glad all of you hopped on. I was like, yes, yes, I'm so excited. And girl, Cassie, I don't even know how you got your butt up and got to Kim's house. But you are way better than I would have. I'd have been like, no, it's not happening. So kudos to you, dude. All right, guys, have a good day.
Bye.